Hey folks, Elio here and welcome back to another video where I'm gonna show you one more game testing and exploring the Philidor defense. So in this game, I started with the e5. This is the answer. This is the initial answer to the e4. So knight f3 was played by my opponent. d6 followed by d4. I always like to experiment the exchange variation as is as if is possible. And now the knight he captures and knight f6, and now he attacks my knight. So it's knight here and f6, and the bishop come here attacking and pinning the knight. So my answer is bishop e7, unpinning the knight and preparing for the castle. Bishop c4, followed by the captures. So now he makes the only move that works, which is the recapture. And now he captures here. He castles, and I castles too. Now I think I can exchange the knights, but I followed by c5, attacking the knight and grabbing more space, but the computer doesn't like of this move. Followed by rook e1. So I capture the knight. Now he captures the other knight. And the option here that I think it is, I can make this rook go here. And when he moves the knight, I can try to attack, putting the queen here, or even maybe the queen goes to here or to here to support the rook. But this is a very, very bad move because now he can make this move. So I think which, yes, he can move this. And now I can't capture with the queen, the knight, because if I capture this queen with, if I capture this knight with the queen, the capture with the rook is a checkmate. So I need to give the queen, and he captures with knight, or move the king to here or here. There are only three moves here that make this go to get out the king of the dangers. So one thing that I still need to know in the opening and in the middle game and in the end game is the same thing. You never can put your king in situations that he could get some dangers. You can't uh, play from position where your opponent can attack easily your king. So rook e8 is a tactical idea, is a possibility of tactical idea, but he didn't have c. He just attacked the other pawn. Now knight c6 is the answer, trying to get a tempo in the queen. But now he just get the queen, and the queen now is in the d3 square, followed by bishop f5, activating the bishop and finally connecting the rooks. Now the game is completely equilibrated, but for me, the game is only equilibrated when he makes this move, which is, well, it's a very bad situation because here I look at it and I say, hey, I can try to win this bishop. So if you want to pause the video and see the move, you can see now. So here is the clear recapture for me. Bishop captures in e4. So now he just don't recapture. He just moved this. Uh, he he don't move the bishop, the rook. He just attacked it. But now I think, well, I can make some checks against this king. And so I just will get a tempo to this king. And when he captures here, I just give a check here and I can win this bishop. So I moved the d5. Now I just have one knight more, and now I just keep the check. Queen c5 check, and the king needs to move. He moves to a1. So now I just get the bishop with the other bishop. So I think that if he goes to here with the queen, which is the best, I can just exchange the queens and make one more exchange. No, it's not an exchange, right? It's just a capture of the bishop. The bishop is completely, well, he's completely vulnerable here. So now bishop captures d5 is the best move. The answer here is rook captures e8 with check, and now I recaptures. In some moment, I want to get one of these pawns to give a brief to my king, but with this queen here looking to my king, I just don't want to make this. So now I want to start to explore the other king, his king, which is completely vulnerable here. So we have one pawn falling here, and he plays rook f1. I just attack, getting a tempo into the rook. So now the idea here is to just align this rook and this queen in the same file, maybe here or even here, to sacrifice probably the queen and giving a checkmate onto this guy. So now I attack the rook. Now he captures here. So no, he just attack the bishop. So now the idea is that I can attack this, and maybe if I can try to do something here, I put this knight supporting the bishop because I just don't have more time. I think it a lot and a lot, and this is the problem. In games of 3 minutes, I have this problem that I do the moves with a very very large difficulty in the opening and in the middle game, but normally in the end game I get the advantage, like here. So I think that just captures something like, hmm. So the best option here for me is just to put the queen into this file, because if he captures, he captures, and if he makes any moves here, he can't he can't stop the checkmate. So if he put the queens here, is a checkmate. If he give a brief to his king, is a checkmate. Suddenly, maybe I can go with the queen to here and activate the knight. So the end game is completely winning. Yes. But I think that hey, and if I just he captures, if I just put the bishop here, I think it, but I don't want to start this. I just don't move the thinking in this because if he captures here, I think which this is a checkmate. Because if he goes to here, I go to here, and I can give the checkmate with rook or with queen. But if I go to with this bishop here, and he captures with rook, now I just can he captures here, and probably he can't move this. So he has some moves like this, getting the some squares to his king. But the idea here is to make some serious problems, serious threats against this guy. So I can go to here, but here he just captures, and when he captures, he can goes to rook if I don't have this knight here protecting the d1 square. So the idea is to get a checkmate as soon as possible, and I moved this knight to support the bishop and maybe to sacrifice the knight here. And when this guy goes to here, he captures and is a completely winning position. I go to the queen with the c1 or maybe with the d1 square, and well, it's completely won. So I just give a checkmate, but the computer doesn't like. He thinks that the best option is not this. So let's take a look. It can move to this square. If this guy captures here, I can capture with knight, and I get a tempo against the queen, and this file is completely activated for my king. So if he goes to here, king this square, he captures here, and it's a completely winning position again. So this is the idea here. The idea is that in the opening, I was not very well, but suddenly in the middle game, I made some mistakes, but the the original idea is to give a fork here with these rooks, one of these rooks, maybe this or this, but wasn't possible because he just get the queen here, and I just look at this knight, and I see, well, this knight is mine. Now he makes this move, and he just give me the completely most winning position that I see in the games that I used the Philidor defense. I give one pawn, and now I have a bishop. And the followed trade is one of the best. So now he starts to get more get more fear. But now I just attack this square and this square with the queen and with the bishop. So it's a completely very interesting game. So if you I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, let me know in the comments what you think to explore more positions with the Philidor defense. And thanks for watching. Thanks for your attention. and we'll see you in the next time. Bye bye.